the part of the book that was the most, in some ways, challenging and fun to write was the introduction. So the introduction was conceived from the start as a way of showing in some ways, a way of introducing the book obviously, but also the way of showing in some ways how the internet, and Google in particular, provides us with a lot, but it can only provide us with so much. What really inspired the form the introduction took was the fact that I had signed up for a Google News Alert, which you can do through Google, and you get a news alert, and it just delivers an email to you every day with news stories that have just come out on a particular topic. So I signed up for a Google News Alert about Madagascar. This was years and years ago when they first became available, and what occurred to me over time is that if you were going by nothing but Google and what Google tells you about Madagascar, you would have a very bizarre impression of this place. One that, first of all, of course, is the movie, but then also just that it presents Google, these news alerts were presenting such a narrow kind of vision of the place, which says something about Google. It provides information, but it's, as I put it in the introduction, it's not a very good teacher. So I thought, well, what if we if I introduced the book using Google and then making it available online so that students could actually follow the links that I was following myself. Again, using Google, but using Google in a way that actually is meant to show how limited Google is as a tool. Our introductory students are very good at searching the internet. Again, even with all the sort of media, internet literacy training they're meant to have in high school, I still think they have real trouble figuring out what is good information and what is bad information and what is useful information. And that although you've got this incredible source of information at your fingertips, literally, it's only going to tell you so much. And what you need, really, are the kind of in-depth studies that anthropology produces to produce more complex, accurate, ultimately, understandings of how things work, whether it's in Madagascar or anywhere else. So, again, although the introduction is meant in a way to pull students in, by presenting them this information in a way that I think many of them are used to reading as a kind of a blog with hyperlinks and images and things like that. The purpose of it actually is to suck them into the idea of going on and reading the book, which is entirely low-tech, but hopefully informative in a way that Google could never be.